Hi, and welcome to another Tessitura Pro tutorial. In this video, we will take a look at a new scale and how to add it to your vocabulary for improvisation. Okay, let's load the Patterns panel and start practicing the scale. So right now, I have an ascending step as the pattern over the entire range. That's too hard for me right now. I will reduce the range to only one octave and leave the range preference as low. I'm a piano player, so I'll leave the piano panel here. But if you're a guitar player, you can tap on the guitar button here to access the fretboard. If you play other instruments, you should read from the score below. Don't forget to set the transposition in settings to accommodate your instrument's key. Okay, let's play it. Easy. As I play it, I also try to figure out the best fingerings to use, which will probably be different from key to key. Now, here comes the part where you have two different paths you can take. Should I practice the scale in all keys? Or should I stay in the key of C until I know it really well and then try it in other keys? In this case, and since I don't have the sound of the scale in my ears, I think I will stick to the key of C for a while before moving on to other keys. So let's add a retrograde to the pattern to practice the scale up and down. Okay. Let's start building the sound of the scale by playing sections of it. We can load the ostinato to practice the first four notes. I will repeat the ostinato 4 times. Did you notice that these 3 notes, D flat, E, and G flat, are part of a D flat minor pentatonic or D flat blues? So we could play this minor pentatonic or blues sound on top of the C7 flat 5. This section of the D flat minor pentatonic scale is part of the Enigmatic scale, but it will sound kind of outside and then resolve weirdly to the 1. Very cool. This whole process is a part of what we talked about earlier, building the sound. And remember, when learning something new, always relate it to other scales or sounds that you know well. We can now practice the last 4 notes. As we said before, this B is acting as a passing tone to the flat 7, exactly as in the bebop scale. One of my favorite patterns to use in order to assimilate the sound are ladders. So here's an ascending ladder. Skip up, step down. Let's play it. Let me explain a bit about how Tessitura Pro ends patterns, because you might be wondering why the pattern does not go playing the D flat before the C. That's because we limited the pattern to only 1 octave. If we change it to 2 octaves, then a D flat will be there, but it will not be at the end of the next octave. If we choose full range, then the D flat will be there, and the pattern can go up to the G flat, then step down to the E. But Tessitura always includes the root at the end of the pattern for reference. Remember, you can create any kind of pattern and apply it to any structure or scale. Tessitura makes sure that the first and last notes in the pattern are roots so that you never lose the point of reference. Okay, let's go back to one octave. Let's try a descending ladder. Very cool. These ladders really test your knowledge of the notes in the structure and are also a great ear training exercise to assimilate the sound of the structure you are practicing. Okay, other patterns I like practicing are the ascending and descending 3-note arpeggios for scales, ostinatos 1, 2, 3, 5 like Coltrane probably did for giant steps, and of course any of the Hanon patterns. Remember, Tessitura Pro includes plenty of patterns and you can always create your own. As always, take your time to learn this scale. If you practice a few of these patterns every day, you'll become a real master at playing the Enigmatic Scale. Remember, there are two aspects of this: learning all the technical twists and turns of the scale, and also, just as important, is teaching your ears to understand the scale. It's not a bad idea to try to improvise with the scale, even if at first you don't know it well. Once you've practiced the scale and try to improvise with it, you can take the last step, which is finding substructures of the scale. A substructure is any structure contained in the scale or structure you are practicing. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.